Okay, so we just watched the first trailer for the Dragon Ball Z game for the Kinect. I saw it a few days. I saw it a few days before this, but I wanted this. I wanted to see what my boy thought. This is my boy JJ, and he said it left you dumbfounded.
I am dumbfounded.
You are dumbfounded. Why is that?
Well, I really don't know what to say to that game, honestly.
You don't?
I've played so many Dragon Ball Z games before, and when I look at the Kinect version, it's blah.
So wait a minute. Wait. Okay, would you play this game? That's what I want to know. Would you play this game? I told you about it before, and at first we thought about it like, you know what? It could be good, but then again, I have defended just about every other Dragon Ball game that's come before this, and with the exception of Tenkaichi 3. Okay?
I'm sorry, you could defend as many DBZ titles as you want, but I'm looking at that trailer and that's just a pool of crap. I'm sorry, but some games are not meant for Kinect. And that is one of them. I'm sorry, I do not want to stand in front of my TV like this, trying to block a damn attack, or having to move my hand like this to do this just to make one attack. Fuck that shit. I'm sorry. I'd rather get that shit for maybe a 6-year-old to play and have him enjoy Fantasyland. I'm sorry, but
that's not even Fantasyland.
Dragon Ball Z is not meant for the Kinect. Period.
What did you think of that? What did you think of the announcer? What did you think of the announcer? He didn't say become a Super Saiyan. He said become a Super Saiyan.
Yes, he made emphasis on become a Super Saiyan.
But he didn't even announce it right. I know there's. I'm not trying to be a stickler for detail here, but he didn't even pronounce it.
Right, he was probably a gringo.
Oh! What does that mean again?
Yeah, no good white boy.
Oh, dude!
No offense to any of you.
Ah, come on. Alright, so when I first...
Actually, it's no good half.
When I told you about this originally, we thought about it like... This is before the trailer came out. We thought about it like this. This could, you know, I mean, imagine actually doing this stuff. I mean, it's in the third, you know, at first they didn't say it was going to be in the third person. Then you see the trailer, and
it's in the third person.
And it's in the third person.
Which completely just ruined my whole Dragon Ball Z thing.
You don't put a fighting game in the third person. Not like that anyway. If you want to put it from the every other game has been what from the second person point of view. I mean first person point of view.
It's been first person.
First person point of view. That's been okay, but no offense to Namco Bandai. All right, no offense to Namco Bandai, but
you just made a pool of crap.
You have been doing these games for how long now? And you want to change up the formula? Okay, fine, but.
I'm sorry, but Dragon Ball Z is not meant for third person. It's meant for first person. Like every fighting game, first person fighting. Not, oh my god, I want to shoot you from behind. Third person shit. No.
Okay, I've talked to our friends before, right? Us as Dragon Ball Z heads grew up watching Dragon Ball Z and then later on playing the games from Dragon Ball Z. Here are my favorite Dragon Ball Z titles, alright? Number 1, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, number 1. I say that because that was the very first game of Dragon Ball Z game to come to America and actually do something within the franchise. The only thing that I did not like about it was the fact that the attacks did not look like they all looked the same. Every single one of them was like a golden flare of light. You know what I'm saying? Kamehameha was gold. Burning attack, of course, was gold. Vegeta's Big Bang attack was still gold with a little bit of blue lightning in there. I mean, I know it's just like, hey, the 3D graphics, top notch. The story, easy to follow because there was a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z I had never seen, so I had to go back and and backtrack and see them. Budokai #2, hated the first player mode. Hated playing a freaking Dragon Ball Monopoly type game. I hated that. It just the multiplayer cool. All right, multiplayer cool, but nothing could touch Budokai 3. Nothing could touch Budokai 3. And why I say that is, all right, let's look at the facts. All right, they all look the way they're supposed to look. The attacks were easy to execute. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was fun trying to figure out what you could and couldn't do. And then when they went to Tenkaichi, okay, Tenkaichi was the first one okay, but a little bit of a disappointment because of the transformations and all that. Tenkaichi 2, alright, but one thing was you spammed that one attack where they would all do that same ping pong thing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and also, Budokai 3 also introduced, teleporting. First time you would be able to teleport and do a ping pong. That was awesome. And what else? And Tenkaichi 3 and Budokai 3. Those were my favorites. I mean, I even defended not Raging Blast. What was it? Because I only watched and played Raging Blast like once. That's it. I thought that Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 3. That's the thing. Vegeta got jicked. He should have been a Super Saiyan 3 a long freaking time ago. They should have gave him a chance. Even in GT, they should have at least gave him a chance. But no, you know what I'm saying?
They made him jump.
They made him jump. Yeah, but it's just 3 for Vegeta made sense. 3 for Broly didn't really make sense to me because
he was already
super powerful as he was. All he had to do was get mad. He didn't need to go all the way to 3. He didn't need that.
And there goes the Hulk.
Yeah. I even defended what the heck was the name? Burst Limit. I defended Burst Limit.
Yeah, it was okay.
I defended Burst Limit.
Ultimate Tenkaichi, the current DBZ game to be out right now, is way better than all of that.
Really?
I like it. But personally, #1 for me will always be Dragon Ball Z GT Final Bout.
I never played that.
The PS1 version.
I never played that.
GT Dragon Ball Z fighting game with all your characters from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT. It was a 2D fighting game, which are no 3D environments, just basically running back and forth, up and down, flying, handling your shit, and the fight with Baby at the end.
And then that was it. See, I never saw it.
It was awesome. That's what got me hooked on Dragon Ball Z, the fighting game in the first place. That will always be my #1. And I'm still to this day, I'm dying to replay that game.
If you could find it.
If I could find it. $40 if I find it.
But, the Kinect game, and I know this is only just the first trailer, but right now it's already looking like it's just gonna stink up the place. Alright?
Yeah, it's basically, in my opinion, it's a waste of data put on the disc.
But not a lot of people have the Kinect.
Yes. Not a lot of people have the Kinect, and Dragon Ball Z is just one of those franchises that should have never been on the Kinect. I'm sorry. Unless you're maybe for, say, training or exercising, just copying images.
That's what I thought about in the trailer. It would make an excellent training game because that's pretty much what it looks like you're doing. It just
yeah, I mean, if you want to do some typo shit, sure, get the game. You could throw some random punches in there repeatedly if you want to. Other than that, it's gonna be a piece of crap.
So you wouldn't buy this game when it comes out?
No.
Not at all. Would you play it at somebody else's house?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Alright. Because I personally I don't even have the Kinect. I thought about getting the game for a minute, but then I saw it actually being played out, and
it kind of was just like one huge turn off, like a girl kissing you with sticky breath.
Ooh! And you sound like you've spoken from experience with that one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a whole another story entirely, but, yo, so far, the Dragon Ball Z Kinect game looks like it's just going to be a waste of time and money. I'm just saying.
Sorry to say, but to me, it's a smack in the face to the fans.
And this is just our opinion. These are just our opinions. Do not take this to heart. This is just opinions from two Dragon Ball Z heads that have just looked at the trailer, and I've seen it more than once, and I tried to form a different opinion, but honestly, it just looks like they're wasting their time with this, and I'm sorry, Namco Bandai, but you might need to start from square one with this. You've already made a bunch of DBZ games. You know what I'm saying? Go back to what you know. That's all I'm saying. You've made a bunch of DBZ games. Can we get a game where we don't have to worry about certain characters being in there that shouldn't be in there, or or just just the people that we want to be in there that have a purpose for being there, as well as good controls that are actually easy to do, not just like a 1-2 or a cutscene, because the graphics and everything in Ultimate Tenkaichi looked beautiful. All of that looked beautiful.
Got no complaints.
The experiment with the create your own fighter, people have been asking about that for years.
And you did wonderfully with that.
You did, but it was very limited in what it had, and the story for it was like you guys just put a bunch of stuff together, and then that was it.
It became very repetitive.
A lot of it didn't make any sense. There was only 3 people for you to choose from. The only Saiyans. I like the fact that you could switch up the voices, and and they eventually became Super Saiyan. But and I know that eventually there might be another created character for another game in the future. But the story was lacking a lot. I mean, come on.
Yeah, honestly, you could have done a lot with that hero mode.
And the whole fact that there was certain parts of the show that were skipped over, like Gohan, Gohan after, before and after training with the Supreme Kais, because you didn't put Gohan, Teen Gohan in there as just Teen Gohan, then transforming it to 1 and then 2 and then all that. No, you just it was like, okay, we don't want to waste time with all these transformations. Just keep them, as they are. Put certain things in there. The new animation cutscenes were top notch. But
good quality.
But as far as this next game, it just looks like you fell off entirely. I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know who else you have working for you, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but yo, this game looks like it's gonna straight up stink.
Honestly, on the Richter scale from 1 to 10, you got a -0, dude. Negative. Actually, I'll give you fucking -10.
And all of that is just from the trailer. That is just
sorry,
from the trailer.
dudes. But with this one, you're royally fucking us in the ass with a metal pipe.
Oh, jeez. I don't want that vision in my head. I do not want that. I do not want that vision.
Namco is basically screwing us over with this piece of shit.
Well, there's no reason for us to buy it. I mean, yeah, we're not gonna buy it, so we have no reason to complain all that much. But dang, man, you just took it to a whole other level with that.
I'm pretty sure a lot of hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans are gonna be seriously disappointed with this title.
Yeah, you know what I want to see come to America, and this is just me wishing as a fanboy. This is just me wishing. Dragon Ball. Did you see the gameplay or the trailer for the arcade game, Japanese exclusive arcade game, Dragon Ball Heroes?
Yes,
you did. What does that look like to you?
What does that look to me?
Yeah, I mean, would you play that?
Yes, I would play that. I mean, that game honestly looks like it has more to offer.
Right. Plus, it's a whole other story, and it's a bunch of...
It's a whole other universe.
It looks like a whole bunch of what-if stories and all that. I would love to play that. I mean, come on.
But unfortunately, we get the crap end of the deal here in the Americas.
Well, Europe gets it too, but also we have the option not to buy it, so, you know...
Yes, but we cannot just walk up to our companies that handle these situations and say, hey, I want you to buy said game because I want to play it.
Well, let's see here. You have the people making these games that are actually listening to the fans. Not every suggestion, because if they were, some of these games that are out right now, like you know, that came out recently, I should say, like Raging Blast and Burst Limit, they probably wouldn't exist because we've already had at least a handful of good Dragon Ball Z games.
Right, and to me, Raging Blast is just a bunch of what-if scenarios.
And the thing about that was, hey, that was cool.
You created Super Saiyan 5 Brawling, for God's sakes.
Super Saiyan 5? I thought it was just Super Saiyan 3.
I think it went up to Super Saiyan 5 for DLC content.
What?
I think that's what it comes to.
That's another. You know what? DLC is another thing. But you know what? I'm gonna come back with a video for that anyway. Just do a rant on DLC, because I haven't been gaming in a while, and I get cracked on for not playing as much as I used to. But I kind of lost my drive after a while. So
we all lose our drive, and then we just get back on it after a couple months.
Yeah, but it depends on what you want, because it just seems like now they just want to take our money for everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even downloadable content. And
hey.
But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But anyway, that was just our thoughts on not only the Kinect version of DBZ, but Dragon Ball games in general. I'll probably be doing a second discussion just for the heck of it with a bunch of other friends. So stay tuned on my Dragon Ball Z heads, you know what I'm saying? And with that, I am Elder Tenchi.
And I'm Jay.
And we'll talk to you later.
Peace
and love.